All right, big guy. Week two.
Week two. We made it past 1 week. We survived. I mean, that's a modern miracle in and of itself. I'm proud of all of you for making it to week 2, so that's good. I was going to get more of the trophy in the shot there. Just to let everybody know what's going on, what you're playing for, what this is really all about. Sure, there's cold hard cash, but that's what you want. Everybody knows it.
Absolutely. I poured a little rum out for Joe Boo this week, hoping to make the praying to a different spirit now for a change. Pedro Serrano and I are now on the same spot, so
that's good. And if you're getting let down, right, you just you tell Joe Boo that go fuck yourself. I want to do it myself. You got a plan there at least. I think if this does not work, we're just gonna have to get you a live chicken, and you're just gonna have to sacrifice it. Yeah.
I'll have to do it in the middle of the pod too.
Yes, it's got to be in front of other people. I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
you can't do it in the backyard. It's just
there's got to be witnesses. It has to be witnesses, other's the sacrifice didn't happen, right?
Yeah, someone has to throw up. Yeah, someone has to get sick. And if it's not, no one's getting sick, then what do we do?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? We got week 2, and I'm gonna say this. I don't think we've explicitly said this yet, at least for everybody here, but maybe we did. So everybody knows, for all these you listening, that the COVID rules are still in effect from last year, same rules. I bring that up because I believe the Saints are now having an outbreak issue.
Yeah.
So I think this year, games being moved seems very unrealistic. I know they talked about forfeits and stuff. I don't know how all it's going to work, but I don't, unless like a star player is dying or something, I don't think they're going to do anything. We're just going to play through. I don't think they really have any good precedent since they forced the Broncos to play with no quarterbacks last year.
Exactly.
It's pretty incredible they did that and then let other things slide. So it's if maybe Mahomes and some big primetime matchup maybe against like Brady or something, and then they'll push it, but otherwise I don't think they're going to do that. So that's where we're at. We're doing that again, so everybody knows, and that's why if you notice we still have 3 IR slots just for that. Assuming everything gets better next year, we'll bump those back down to 2 again where we were, but we'll see how the year goes. But anyway, that's the fun bit of news. I don't know anything else exciting going on right now.
I'm with you, and let me to piggyback on that too. I got to stress it because I know that I'm the broken record angry dad of the group here, but you are all responsible for yourselves. You are responsible for your own team. Just like you're responsible for all the other shit, you're responsible for this. So you need to pay attention if outbreaks happen. I know the Saints thing today, it's mostly coaches. I think it's coaches and Michael Thomas, which is kind of surprising,
Yeah,
but
a player, Michael Thomas, a trainer, But he's in Texas anyway, so it's weird. But anyway, yes.
Correct. And they're all able to do different shit because all the coaches had to be vaccinated before the season started. So the protocols are a little more lax for them, even when one tests positive. So they're allowed to come back quicker. They're allowed to do all that kind of shit too, which, is what we kind of talked about pre-draft time where, does this play into your draft status and whatever else? And why everybody's speculating that they cut Cam, from New England. But
he released a 43-minute video telling us about it. So it's
exactly. But the bottom line is pay attention to your own squad, make sure that you make your own moves, and pay attention to whether or not your game is in jeopardy. Mike and I are not going to do it for you.
Nah, probably not. So just a side note to the Cam thing. Did you see the interview? He had a big hat on and he cut a hole out, so his hair stuck out. That was pretty cool. I'll give him that. That was pretty sweet.
Did you follow Annie Gar at all? Or Annie, I forget what her name is. It's something like that. She's a pretty good looking girl on Instagram, and she does like these NFL things where she puts a different shirt on to act like a different team every week, and then has these conferences. She made fun of Cam at the end. She got this like big straw hat and cut the top out and then put her hair up to the top of it.
I think that's a pretty sweet move. I don't know. I like it. It's better than doing the big, Farrell hat that Pharrell had from those years ago that was like 3,000 feet tall. That's pretty cool. Just cut the hole out of it. I mean, why not? What the hell? You're going style. That's style. I think that can make its way. I bet, you know what? People are going to start doing that now, and they're going to just forget that Cam did it. Think some white girl did it first. I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's
going to be a freaking epidemic here during fall sweater season.
Yep. pumpkin spice hats. It's gonna be a pumpkin with your hair sticking out of it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna dive right into this stuff. We're gonna get right to it. See, we saw some fun waivers today. Everybody's spending money. I love it. Spend that money. Go for it. It goes nowhere. We still thought it might, but not yet. We're working on it.
That combined $25 by Alex. Well, I guess we'll touch that more on his matchup. Holy shit.
Yeah, that combined there, and he got outbid too for did he outbid here too?
Yeah.
He was gonna spend a lot more money. So, good for him. Go for it.
Yep.
Anyway, we're just gonna dive right in. We're gonna go to the first matchup of the week because it's my board and I'm at the top of it. It's me versus Mariah. We both suffered our own disappointing defeats last week. Hers was a little more heartbreaking. And interestingly, I know we didn't talk about that. I learned a lot more about that fucking game on Monday. Did you know that Derek Carr threw a pick in the end zone in fucking overtime? So, it was nuts to begin with. So that was even more roller coaster. So I was going to lose then. Oh, and he's got the ball back. We're going to win. Oh, and then we lost again. So, holy shit. Everything about that. It's just nuts.
Not that I want everybody getting all the information that I get, because I obviously do multiple podcasts and listen to everything. But if you get a chance, listen to Tuesday's episode of the Fantasy Footballers in the very beginning. One of the guys there, Mike Wright, put a bet down on the game too, in addition to having Lamar in his lineup. And there's like a good 5-minute segment of just his world crumbling because his bet missed. Lamar, it was like the perfect storm of shit for poor Mike Wright.
That's amazing. That's incredible. So yeah, she had even more of a roller coaster of emotion that I didn't even know. And we both went on our own roller coaster, both scored some points. This in theory should be a good matchup. Projections, whatever they are now. We both scored over 140 going up, both losses. Someone needs a win. The teams look, good up top, right? Good quarterbacks, good starting running backs, good receivers, tight ends. It's a pretty even Steven all the way down. I'm not sure where my giant point difference is, I guess, with, Kareem Hunt maybe. And, Derrick Henry not projected to get a ton, I guess. But, I think it looks lines up pretty even if the projections aren't going to say it. The defensive matchups look, not bad. They could be good. They could be bad. You never know. It could go either way. The linebackers are two dudes that are going to do shit. You got kickers, the receivers. I don't know. I don't think my lineup's probably going to change too much. I don't think hers is going to either. She got Stevenson out, so everything's better. Maybe Gronk slides in there or Corey Davis. I don't know. Who knows. But I would expect them to say pretty similar, and I think this is going to be a tight one.
So this is a tough. I gotta admit here, this is kind of a tough matchup to be bold about. I was looking at it, and there doesn't seem to be anything that really screams at you. No. But here, I kind of thought of it here while on the fly, and I think that this might actually be a pretty damn bold prediction when all things are said and done.
Good.
Your projections right now are 153.77 and 140.02.
Right.
I predict that you guys are within, let's say, plus or minus 5 points of those projections on either side.
Both within plus or minus 5 of final prediction.
Yep.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, that requires us to and actually, I'll lock it in right now, Mike. So, because otherwise, you'd have to check it on Sunday. But I think
I don't think anybody's got a Thursday. Is there even a Thursday game this week? No, neither of us got that. Yeah. We'll check it. I'll check it Sunday morning. Hopefully I'll remember and take a picture. But we'll give you the chance to update because we don't know that Mariah's going to make a change. And someone could get hurt between now and then. So I think that's fair. No, there's no Thursday game at least. So I'm not going to check it twice. So that's good. I like that. That's a good bold one. Who's going to win this?
But by that factor alone and syllogism thinking, I say true. You do.
It's true. It's not within 10, so
yep.
Fair enough. And I will bet on myself as well because you just gotta bet on yourself. I did bet on Mariah last week and she burned me, so I'm sure she'll fucking burn me again this week. Worst way. I'm gonna try to see. Let's see if we can go bold here. Let's think some bold. What could be bold? I think there's a lot of stud running backs going on here, and I think of the studs, I think Kareem Hunt will be the highest scoring RB in this matchup by at least 5 points.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
All right, RB 5+5. Okay, I wish I should get something to dictate for me. All right, and as we mentioned, Tim, our dearest friend, was on here last week, and we were going to let him keep chiming in with things. For this matchup, he picks me to win because you got to bet on me, right? Smart. And his bold predictions are that I will win by 20 plus points, which is a little bold, sure. And then that both Allen Robinson and AJ Brown will each get 2 touchdowns, which is bold, but not crazy bold. I will say we both got to see Tim's projections earlier this week, and I'm gonna lie, he's gone even lower on the bold scale with some of these predictions. But we'll get that as we talk about that. It's fine. He can do whatever he wants.
I don't know. I think that's pretty bold to call 2 receivers to get 2 touchdowns. I mean, I'm
not saying that's not bold. I'm just saying some of these were doing more towards not as crazy.
I get you.
That's fine. Anyway, we're going to move on. This should be good. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Let's see if I can be happy for once. But yeah. Anyway, we're going to, speaking of Tim, and you and Tim, we'll shuffle to you guys. This one I think has potential to be good. You guys both know what you're doing, but since you were both fucking disasters last week, I'm not going to give it credit this week. I know there's talent. I know Teddy Bridgewater is starting against Jameis fucking Winston. Who the hell looks at that and then is excited? Let's be real. Sure, they could both be good, but no one's looking at that and getting a Woody on that one. Let's just be real.
Well, out of the 2 of those, my guy's at least willing to sling it.
Yes, I agree. Winston has much more upside always than old Teddy there. And Teddy lost, his boy Judy for 4 to 6 weeks too. So that doesn't help, I would think. And it's supposed to be raining in Jacksonville. Who the hell wants to do that, right? Fuck.
It's supposed to rain in Carolina too, but
yeah, but no one wants to be in Jacksonville. Let's be real. And anyway, we slide down. Everything's looking good. You're going to a lot of Tampa Bay. Which why not? They like to score. They're playing in a pretty favorable matchup. We got some stud players looking here. We'll see if they show up studs. And otherwise I think everything looks pretty good the rest of the way. The defensive matchups, I feel like Buffalo should get a little more credit playing Miami, and Miami's not some superstar offense, I don't think. But I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, I like this matchup. I think it will be good. I think you guys are better than what you did last week. I would like to think at least. I'll make a pick first because
okay.
I don't want you to be pressured to pick yourself again. But I'm going to pick you to win. I didn't pick you last week, and it worked for me. But I'm going to pick you this week, and I think it's going to work for me again because nobody beats off to grandma.
It's true. You can't have 2 people beating off the grandma 2 weeks in a row. That's questionable for the whole league if that happens. I don't like that. I don't like when people are beating off the grandma. But my bold prediction, this is nothing other than a gut feeling, and it spits right in the face of Tim's. So one of us is going to be right, probably, and one of us is going to be very, very wrong. But I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire punching it in twice. Okay. 2 tutties for Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
2 TDs. I like it. It's good. And are you going to project yourself to win? You're going to bet on yourself?
I'm going to bet on myself.
Good.
The only thing that I'm really, really concerned about is conventional wisdom tells me to bench Saquon on a short week where he is on a pitch count. And I'm just terrified that he catches a screen pass or 2 and ends up being the biggest scorer in this matchup on my bench.
It's a risk you got to take. But, it's tough. Saquon's tough. We know he's talented, but he can't stay healthy. And they're really going to slow roll his ass back into this because maybe there's another catastrophic leg injury. Who the hell knows what he's going to be after that? Yeah. I get it. I'm going to go kind of bold, but not crazy bold. I'm going to say that good old Teddy is going to score over 30 points.
Ooh.
Which I think has to be a lot for Teddy. I don't think there's any chance now.
That is a lot for Teddy. That might be a career high for Teddy.
It might be. He had some good games there in Minnesota.
Yeah,
It wasn't
prior to shattering his knee.
right. He did that, and then I mean, he had that little mini comeback in the Saints.
Mhm.
I don't know how good he was then, but that was a superstar lineup. This is definitely not that right now. But yeah, so we will say what Tim's here. Mr. Tim is going to pick himself, which is good, fine. He says this is going to be the closest margin of victory for a bold prediction. That CEH will get less than 10 points, and that both you guys go 10 points over their projections. And I think the both over 10 points over your projections is a little more. I think that's easily attainable for you guys.
I do too, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if both of us did that.
Yeah. So that is that. Yeah, I think so too. You guys have some dudes that can rip off some points, so we'll see. I think Devontae Adams will probably show up a little more this week. I would like to assume maybe Rodgers is just literally checking out for the entire season until he gets traded. That'd be fun too. I would honestly enjoy that. That would be good theater. Yeah. So we'll screen on to this ladies' night matchup of Kelly versus Rachel, which again, speaking of Mr. Rogers, there he is right there. They're still hiring him. They don't think he can suck all year, but I don't know. He might be able to prove it. But, we got superstar running backs, or superstar quarterbacks, some big name running backs, big name receivers, some tight ends. We got a tight end matchup. Everybody wants to see that. That's always good. Some, all right receivers there. Nothing crazy. The Philly defense not getting any credit. I mean, I don't know. San Francisco doesn't have that great of an offense. Again, I feel like that's a pretty harsh projection. But this was fucking Devin White. Now look at this projection on these goddamn linebackers. Holy shit. That has to be the highest ever. Holy fuck. Look at that. God damn. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Atlanta sucks, but they're not going to run enough plays for Devin White to do anything. So I don't know.
It's incredible, especially because apparently the way to beat Atlanta is just play zone. So I don't know why they think Devin White's going to be getting a shit ton of tackles, but whatever. This matchup actually is not a bad one. I'm my bold prediction. Yeah. Oh, God.
I was going to say we see Irv still on the bench, even though he's been out for 2 weeks now. That's disappointing.
And Irv is not going to play all season. Irv is out. So Irv could be put in the IR. I don't think he needs
to be worth a keeper, but whatever. You have 3 hour slots.
You might as well slot him in there until someone else gets hurt.
Yeah, make roster moves. There's dudes out there that can help this fucking team. I think we all know that. But anyway, bold it up for me.
Bold prediction is that this one is the most narrow margin of victory.
Ooh, okay.
Ladies matchup. The winner is a squeaker.
Squeaker. Not like a car alarm, like Ted's future wife.
And man, this is a tough one to pick too. But especially because look at the cross matchup here too. This is interesting, and I hate to be the one that brings us back to this, but you got Russell Wilson, Metcalf on the other side of the ball.
Tough.
You got Aaron Rodgers, Jones on the other side of the ball. So there's potential to vulture points from each other or piggyback off of points from each other.
Very true.
So with that being said, the way that I usually will give an edge, I'm picking Kelly because for Aaron Jones to score, he doesn't always need Aaron Rodgers to pass him the ball.
He does not. That's true. That's very true. And in theory, Green Bay should be able to get up early on Detroit and be able to run the ball because Detroit sucks. That's the theory out of this one. And I think, obviously I gotta pick the wife on this one too. I want to be able to make it back in my house tonight. So, and tomorrow too, because I'm sure she'll hear it tomorrow and she'll lock me out then as well. So I just want to be able to do that. I think I'm going to try to go crazy bold. I'm looking at the bench. There's nothing that's good old Tyson Williams, man. He was a superstar getting the treatment there on the bench. And Rager, come on, man. Another stud. Jesus. Anyway, I take it back. I don't lie. I think I'll try to think here what's going to be crazy, weird matchups. I think that I think the tight ends, each of their tight ends, Fant and Pitts, are going to outscore the top 2 receivers out of all of them in the matchup. So whether
Okay.
that's Moore, Metcalf, Thielen, Metcalf, whatever, the tight ends are going to outscore the top two receivers.
I like that. That's bold.
I don't really like the feel of that, but you know what? We're here to do crazy shit. We're not here to fuck around. These non-bold predictions here on this one. We'll see. Tim's predictions are that Kelly will win. Just copying us. That Rondell Moore will outscore Juju and Raygor will outscore DJ Moore.
Huh? All right.
Now that's getting some bold. Who the fuck is Rondell Moore? Let's just be honest with that. Oh, the guy for Arizona. Jesus. Okay. Gotta say, I've never heard his name before, so I'm learning something new every week. Well, that's a bold prediction, then. I'll give it to you, Tim. Finally doing some bold shit. That's where we like our heads at. Bold it up. All right. Now, we're going to slide back on to this next matchup of the two guys in this league that you expect a lot more from, but have, I don't know, like maybe 3 playoff wins between them and whatever it is, 10 years, 8 years, 9 years now, which is crazy. But you get D'Lo and Lyle here. So these two, they always have high hopes, but it just, it never works out from the end. But, we'll start this one off with some stud quarterbacks playing against each other, and then McCaffrey with no equal, let's be real. But, we got some Steelers going on here. We got some Minnesota players, Waller, Sutton. I mean, Chase, these are guys you want to look at. You don't feel too bad about. We go down the defenses. Everything lines up pretty good. Carolina's defense, it might be tough. They did good against the Jets, but I don't know, man. You got Jameis slinging the ball around. Who knows? That may be detrimental. It's possible. You can never trust Carolina's defense. We've been over this many times. You just don't fucking trust them. But yeah, we look at the bench, and there's not really much going on there. Whatever Lyle's going to pick up this week, I don't think it's going to be too impressive compared to what it is. I think this is the lineup we're going to get. I think that look at D'Lo's team. They did good last week. I think they're going to win this one. I do. I'm not going to go crazy here. I mean, you got Mahomes and McCaffrey. They're going to go nuts. If I'm going to try to go bold, and I think I'm going to go bold, I'm going to say that, go real bold. I'm going to say that Waller will be the highest scorer in the entire matchup this week.
Okay. I'm going to counter your boldness with a similar bold prediction. And I picked D'Lo to win, first of all.
Sure.
But my highest scorer in this matchup is Najee Harris.
Okay. All right.
Man didn't come off the field last week.
He didn't.
I think that probably translates to something good.
I mean, yeah. We saw that Vegas doesn't really want to play defense so much. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I think he's got a shot there. And sleepers give him a big projection, too. So they like where your head's at as well. I think that's good.
Listen, practice squad Tyson Williams put some points up on these guys. On Vegas. So
he did. He really did.
And, Steelers usually play better at home. They're coming, Vegas is riding high right now, feeling good after escaping.
There you go.
They're about to shit their pants.
Yeah, they could. I mean, that team is just ridiculous. Tim's predictions over this, he picks D'Lo over Lyle, keeps copying us. He has kind of similar projections of that Sutton will be the highest scoring receiver in the matchup, just receiver, not overall. But he says that Dak and Mahomes will not hit their projections.
Okay.
Both not hitting their projections. So, I think that's pretty bold. Both have a chance to. I don't think they're going against any star defenses here at all. But, they both came out big last week, and these guys surprisingly can underwhelm sometimes. Usually don't think it, but they can. They're people too. Sometimes. All right, we're going to slide down to this really tight matchup here with the Grant Berry and Mr. Conlon there. We got some young stud quarterbacks going against each other. Some, big names, of course, all around. We know what Conlon's team look like. We know we got Amari Cooper and Robert Woods and Mike Williams on this side, though. It's, a formidable trio coming up against it. Not crazy. So, I like that both defenses are getting really shit on this week.
Yeah.
A little bit surprising, I guess. I can see Arizona and the Rams both can score, but not consistent about it, at least. So I don't know. Roquan getting a huge advantage. I don't think, Scobert, whatever you want to say. I like Scobie better, but I know it's not it. I don't care. I don't think he is worthy of being a starter in this league. I know the Steelers have a good defense, but listen, the linebackers that are getting the work are fucking Watt and Bush, and everybody knows it. He's not going to get that work, I think. But you know what? You do you. No one's going to stop you. And nothing really crazy going on here. Two Miami receivers. This guy's nuts. Anyway, I think as we're going to see here, probably going to be the starting lineups. I think it's good. Conlon did score 1 million points last week, but he's projected to lose. And you know what? I'm gonna go with Grant. I'm gonna give him a little nod here again. He burned me last week. That's son of a bitch. And listen, I think he's gonna pull it off. I know his team's crazy, but yeah, I think I'll try to think bold here for these two. I think that the Conlon team. My gut wants to say that this is going to be the highest scoring match of the week. But I'm going to go that Grant is going to have the biggest margin of victory this week. I'm going to go out there. I think it's the second time I played against Colin, so he's going to score 190 points. He can thank me later. But whatever, I'm doing it anyway.
You actually stole my bold prediction.
Well, I'm sorry. We can share it.
Good for getting that in there. No. It's all right. I'm going to pivot here because I did have another one in my back pocket. Carson Wentz is the highest scoring quarterback in this matchup.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that, this is a two for special here.
Do it.
So scroll down to that trio of wide receivers that we all know so well.
Trio.
These guys all sub 12 this week.
Okay. So the trio.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That's bold.
And I picked Grant to win.
Grant to win. Grant's not going to burn us again. Grant. What's Tim going to do? Tim's going to pick Conlon, which isn't surprising. Largest margin of victory, so he's going the opposite of me on this one, I guess. Marquez Callaway with 25 points, bold. And then both defenses, this is bold, less than 5 points each. That is a bold prediction. Both of them. And I think it's possible. Definitely possible. It's not crazy, but it's bold, though.
Yeah. I mean, the projections have them both there already.
They're both low. Yeah, right. And it's, we're high on Stafford, and Arizona scored a fuck ton last week. So it's, possible. It's definitely possible. I think it's good, though. I like that one. That's my corner bold. Now we're going to switch to the matchup of the week. We nailed it last week, so there's a great chance we don't nail it this week. But I don't know. I like this one. We got Alex. We got Cody. They're 1-3 in the points after week one. Both projected to do well again. There's no reason to think that these motherfuckers aren't going to score a lot of points again.
Agreed.
You got Murray, you got Brady, you got Cook, Chubb, Gibson, Mixon. There's a lot of running backs. Cup, Lamb, Godwin, Lockett, DJ, Higgins. Some guys kicking balls, defenses. We look at that one defense. That was a little bit scary. Baltimore didn't do well against Oakland and against Kansas City on a primetime game. And Kansas City likes to score points primetime. So, I don't know. I don't like that one. And Khalil Mack, he got 1 point last week. I don't know. I don't fit him in this role too. He's more of an end guy, and Watt rushes the quarterback, but he also makes coverage passes. And Mack doesn't really do that. He's just pretty much an edge rusher.
Exactly.
And they're going to run away from him because they know he's a fucking superstar. So
it's exactly what happens. It's very tough. I think we learned that the hard way the first couple of years doing this league. Von Miller was widely considered to be the best linebacker in the league at that time when we first started the league. You never wanted Vaughn on your team because Vaughn was a pass rusher. Vaughn was feast or famine. He either got you 2 sacks and some shit during the week, and regular tackles and, blew up for 20, 30 points, or he goosed. And, you don't want that kind of a guy on your squad. The Chandler Jones 5 sack weeks aren't going to happen every fucking week, but This is not my boldest of predictions, but it is truly how I feel, and I think it's actually going to be, legit. But Tom Brady's quarterback won this week.
Okay. Yeah, Brady, QB1. Your boy. It's not crazy. Not crazy.
I mean, he's playing Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta sucks. Sure.
If the rain's there, and it does rain in Tampa like they're calling for it to rain.
They're calling for rain all across the Southeast there.
I know. Yeah, I could be in trouble with that. But,
But, I mean, that running game sucks. And who knows? The problem is going to be if Atlanta doesn't put up any kind of a fight. Because if that happens, well, it doesn't matter if the running game sucks. Because I don't think we're going to start load management here. You're not going to keep Tom out there all the time if you don't need to.
That's true. That is true.
It's tough. I mean, you never know, though.
Yeah, it's we needed Jalen Hurts to stay on the field last week because you had to see what you had in Jalen Hurts. You don't have to see what you've got in Tom Brady. You don't. You know what you have. It's 7 Super Bowl rings.
You need to save his ass for the fucking playoffs. That's all.
Yeah.
That's very, very simple. Who you got winning this one?
I have.
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one. I have Alex winning, despite Tom being the number one quarterback in the week. Kyler might very well be 2, 3, 4, somewhere in that range, and that's enough. Especially because I think Nick Chubb is probably going to be the number one running back this week too. I'm just not going to boldly predict it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I was going to go with Alex as well, and this might be the first time ever we lined up with each other. So this is weird. This is a weird place to be in right now. Something makes me want to pick against you, but I don't know. I like it. I got to pick against Cody. Fucked me over last week, so fuck you and your fucking asshole team. I'm not going to pick for it. I mean, this is out of principle at this point. I think I'm going to make maybe 2 bold predictions, but I think this bold prediction, I'm going to go that if he starts Baltimore, I think Baltimore plus Khalil Mack is no greater than 1 point. I think those two combined will not get more than 1 point. So Ball, Mac combined less than 1 point. I want to say negative, but I'm going to hedge.
Yeah, it's a fair hedge. I like that.
Less than 1. And I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to go crazy picking on this one. I hate all these fuckers. Yeah, nothing's looking great. I want to say that out of this matchup, I want to say that Gibson. This is not crazy. Gibson's going to be the highest running back in this matchup, playing a Thursday game, which usually doesn't happen too much. I'm just going to go mini bold.
There's a lot that I like about Alex's team in this matchup. I got to be honest. I mean, I cussed you out earlier tonight in our ancillary league because you took Antonio Gibson from me because I was trying to sneak that in there. I like Antonio Gibson this week. I have Godwin in that league this week because of the matchup there. I think CeeDee Lamb is in a favorable matchup because they
should be high scoring.
That's the Jamar Chase cover. Jamar Chase had a good game last week. He's going to be getting the same quarterback. T. Higgins is in a decent matchup, against Chicago.
True.
And the who's his defense?
It is Denver.
Against rookie Trevor Lawrence with Balake getting the points for when Gibson's running the ball.
Which that dude's all over the place.
So,
and Denver, they might give up points, but they'll get some turnovers. So we'll even out. We'll work out.
You know what? Because I just did that, and I'm feeling myself now. I'm like, my shit doesn't stink. Here is your $5 winner for highest points in the season, Alex, this week.
$5, $50.
Oh, 50. Is it a $50?
Yeah.
Is that what we pay for the lone week high score?
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Season. Yeah.
Well, Alex, your entry fee is coming back to you this week.
Right. Highest. Okay, so Alex, highest single week for season. So this is a season bet. We haven't had one of those yet. But now we do, though. I like it. All right, we'll see what Tim here. We'll get his looks. He is agreeing with us, Alex. But he's going to say that Mixon's going to go below 10, which I think he picked last week too. I'm going to just double check that. What did he pick here? I'm going to see it. I'm going to double check it. No, he didn't pick it. Maybe you picked it. You picked that last week. My bad. You picked Mixon less than 10. So Mixon's going to show us all wrong. And the Chubb will score 20 more points than Dalvin, that is a bold prediction right there. I like that is a good one. That's a bold as motherfucker. Chubb 20 more than Dalvin, which is crazy. I mean, I love it. That's a crazy pick, but I love it. I mean, Arizona, Dalvin's going to get all the fucking work he wants. So Chubb, in theory, should too. I don't know. If they run away from Houston, then maybe Kareem Hunt will get those points that I'm thinking he will. But
I like it. I like it.
You like it. I think, these matchups, again, they look pretty good this week. I think it'll be exciting. The only thing, if we get to call something out, is I tell Rachel to just fucking do something. It'd be nice if she did something. That would be great. When your team's not doing well and didn't do well the last 2 years, maybe try something different. That's all.
Yeah. You got to switch some shit up.
You don't need to pay $36 for Elijah Mitchell, but
no,
get in on that bet. At least bet something. Bet something for that motherfucker.
I gotta be. Who else bid on Dildo Hands Aguilar?
That was
Tim. I would think Tim would know better than to bid on Dildo Hands.
Well, as an Eagles fan, 1.5% of his money, so that's not really gonna kill him.
Still. Yeah, I mean, a combined $25 there for those two new Patriots. I guess Alex is expecting big things out of that little connection.
Yeah, he thinks that somehow Belichick's going to find the magic again.
I tell you what, though, for a brief moment in time last week, not to wax too poetic of Matt Jones, because I don't think Mac's really the answer, and he's not Tom. Belichick does find some smart quarterbacks. Maybe that's his only criteria, and he goes for brains over any sort of other ability, and I guess he figures, you can always make your arm stronger or be longevity or whatever else. But,
sure.
Mac seemed to have a decent command of that offense until, or throughout the game, don't get me wrong, they just couldn't put the points up, and they're going against a pretty decent Miami defense. That Miami defense was not a slouch last year.
No, trash. One thing I do find interesting about these picks is that he dumped 2 Giants to make these pickups. I think that's
it's
probably
almost like his mom took it over from him, because I think his mom's a Patriots fan.
They probably died a little bit inside, I guess, but that is the kind of commitment we like to see. That's the winning touch. You don't play with your heart. You don't do what's fun. You fucking be brutal and ruthless. And I mean, honestly, I think those pickups he made them both better anyway. I think Mac Jones is probably better than Daniel Jones. It's better Jones. And as much as you don't like Aguilar, he's probably going to do more than Kadarius Toney. So I think that was the right calls. Even if only incrementally, they're still better. So it's an improvement. And that's the way you need to do. Don't pick your friends. Don't pick the people you know. I mean, you just pick the guys that are the best.
Yeah,
you do what you got to do.
It's true.
But I like it. Yeah. Week 2, here we come.
Week two. I'm looking forward to it, big man. Good luck to you.
Yes. Same.
Good luck to the rest of the league, everyone except for Timothy. Die like a dog, Timothy. And we'll see you motherfuckers on the flip side.
Boop, boop. Everybody have a fun week.
Good luck.